There's no question about cops out of school. It's not even an issue. If you, I always say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and which means there are not cops in lab schools. There are a bunch of schools that are not, that are up north, that are not in our community, don't have police. So why are you over policing young people in our community? As a mother, I remember when my son got into an incident at a school, and this school in particular had a room that was just for cops. And so they got my son with his arms behind his back in cuffs until I got there for defending himself. And so this is nothing new. The last 4 administrations of CPS have heard from parents time and time and over again that we don't want to see cops in schools. And so as an elected official, it wasn't even a question when it came up for us to ask to have SROs out of school. If you look at the number of complaints, if you look at the amount of money that they actually spend on police in our schools, it's ridiculous. But you don't have a nurse every week in a school. You don't have after school programs for young people. All young people at the school don't have technology. And so make it make sense. Why would we spend $3 million on a person who does absolutely nothing but terrorize young people or remind them of what they have to go back to in their communities instead of using it to make sure that young people get the tools they need to be educated? And so it's not a question of me, what should happen, it's when. And so I want to thank young people for standing up right into this fight. You all will right the mistakes that we made. This is not on you all. I always say this generation is not lost, it's been neglected. And we gotta own that. And so it it melts in my heart to see y'all at Janet's house and Lori's house. Because that's what they deserve. That's exactly what needs to happen. We gotta get to a space where schools are stable foundations in our communities. And for a lot of folks, they are not. And that's a reflection on us. That's a reflection on the people downtown. Parents and young people have been fighting for years for police to be out of school. And so for me, it's a no-brainer. I have an autistic son who goes to school every day. And one day, the bus left him. And so he tried to get back into school, and the cop did not want him until a staff member walked out. And so, of course, I went up to the school the next day and was like, I'm not sure about how y'all treat y'all young people in this building, but it makes me question, why is this person even here? And if he doesn't know and had relationships with the school, why is he here? Because he should have known that my child was an autistic child, number one. And number two, if a child is saying they missed their bus in a community that they're unfamiliar with, you would want to have the common sense to let him in. And so whatever it is that young people, parents, and community members need from me as an elected official, we'll get it. We'll fight for it. I urge you to call your elected official. I don't care if you 1 or 100. You all pay our salaries. Y'all pay for that good dental we get and that good health insurance. We should be doing the things that you need for us to do. And what you all need for us to do is to make sure SROs are taken out of schools. Thank you all.